Hi, this is Lauren.
And my name is Davina. I also go by Music Spotter on YouTube. This is Java tutorial for beginners.
Okay, so this tutorial is going to teach you how Eclipse and Java coding works.
First, we're going to teach you how to make a new folder. First, you press this button to make a new folder, which we will use to create a new Java project, which we will call product. Now we're going to open that project and we're going to create a new Java class, which is what you're going to be using to edit all your code. Please ignore this. Even though they say it's discouraged, it just means that it doesn't mean that you have to actually follow it.
Okay, so our product class we named as product app. The public static void main string arg is used to start the application. We have our new book, which the product is named to be. The set code we'll call MJS6, and the set description of B would be Mirachi's Java SE6. The set price will be 19.3. Set author Joel Mirachi. And the next part in green, system out prints ln to string is just used as a note, so it won't affect anything. And the last part, system out print ln b get display text, is used so we could print out the get display text on the console.
Now, to stay with you, assuming that you're typing all this out, I am going to copy all of this and paste it over here so that I can see what you're doing. Now, unfortunately at this point, you see that in your class that your book is not resolved. That's because you haven't created your own book Java yet, which we will do in a matter of seconds. Remember, you can name it whatever you want, but as soon as you name it here, it's permanent until you delete that class. This is your public book class, which extends product. Product is a class which we will create later. Lauren, do you know what product is? Yes, that's right. It's a parent class. Product is a parent class of book. The reason why it's a parent class is because book is a type of product, but not the other way around. First of all, our book has its very own author, which we will set later on. In this public book, we will contain a super from our product. And we're going to also contain our author, which we've typed earlier on in our project app. We're going to set the author from the string author, and we're going to type that whatever we wrote in author, we're going to set as our author. And then that stores it in a set location in memory, which we will retrieve using our getAuthor method, which we use return. Then we're going to put a public string getDisplayText and return our code, description, price, and author. Notice that we haven't actually set our code, description, and price yet, right? That's because we're going to be doing it later on in our product Java. Now, I'm going to also copy this here so that I can see what you've gotten so far. And replace that with that. Remember, these errors only appear because you haven't created your product yet. Now, we're going to create a new class which we call
Product.
Now, notice that product has something different from both of the other classes before. Import. That's because we were using this import to import from the system library over here. Naturally, all of the folders that you create will have this library so that you can retrieve whatever method that you want to use later on in whatever code that you're going to be typing, which we hope you will be doing eventually. This just makes it easier for the code to know how you want to format whatever you're going to do. In this case, number format. We're going to be formatting our price into a price with a $sign and an extra 0 at the end. We're going to make this an abstract class. An abstract class is not going to be usually used in your application. The only reason why we're seeing this abstract class is because that we're doing an inheritance. Otherwise, probably you're most likely going to be using this type of class a lot, and it depends on how you're going to be typing your code. At this point, I'm assuming that you've typed all of your public string code, description, and then double price. The reason why we have double here instead of string is because string is comprised of letters and or numbers. Now, double is specifically used for numbers. Double along with int and some other miscellaneous number type labels is used in Java as a variable like string. We're going to have our public product containing our code, which we've done earlier, description, and price. We set price to 0 because it's a number. Otherwise, if you don't put anything there, it's gonna most likely send you error because it's equal to something, but what does it equal to? Okay, then we're going to set and get all of your codes and descriptions. However, price is going to be a little different because notice we're going to format it, like I said before. First, you're going to do the conventions exactly like you've done before, with the exception that you're going to have, instead of string here, you're going to have double. Now, you're going to use a get formatted price method and make it so that from your number format .java text, you're going to retrieve your get currency instance. You're going to be turning it into currency. You're going to name your number format and call it currency. You're going to return your price at a currency format, and we'll display that on the console over here later. Then we're going to create an abstract string, which we call get display text, which your book will eventually inherit later. And then we're going to copy this whole thing and put it in our product class Java. See how the errors all went away, right?
Yes.
That's because you've defined your product Java. Now, I have some advice for you at this point in time. Some people, like me for example, prefer doing the application first, then going to your product. But others will prefer doing product first, then book, so that they can fix whatever errors that are on here first and not be confused later points in time what went wrong. Obviously, it's up to you however you want to do your class applications. Now, this is the part you've all been waiting for. Running your program. Now, for convention's sake, and even though the fact you can probably run it from any of your other classes, we're going to run your product app. Actually, you have to run product app instead of others. I'll explain it to you guys later. And then, you see it over here on the console. See? Cool, right? Now, I need to explain something to you guys right at this moment because I forgot to explain it to you. Now, you see that you've gotten all of your stuff from your project class, right? Over here. See how this is formatted here? That's because we've been using a next line code. This /n makes it so that the program console knows that you want to go on the next line. There are other types of using this. For instance, if you put in a slash, it'll have a slash in there. If you put in T, that means new tab. There are others, but at this point, I don't want to confuse you more further, impounding information into your head. Now that we're done with this Java program, hopefully you've learned something.
Additional information. If you would like to learn more about Java, you could purchase or borrow the book Marachi's Java SE6 or visit the website www.javabeginner.com, which has links to other websites that may be helpful. And for those of you who already know the basics beyond this point, a good website to keep is docs.oracle.com/Java SE/6/docs/API. Thanks for watching.